Grow Great is a city government leadership podcast with Lisa Norris and me, Randy Cantrell. Each week we share insights, experiences, and wisdom to help you and your leadership grow great. Our website is growgreat.com.
What a great time of year. We're getting snow in Oklahoma. It's
Beanies
December.
on, flannels on.
Yeah, you got your hoodie on.
Got my fuzzy slippers on.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got snow in Oklahoma, and it's finally turned from summer in Texas that ended about November 12th, and and we've moved into really fall/winter, and it could become summer again next week. We'll just have to wait and see what Texas holds for us.
Yep.
You know, it's I had seen one time it says Texas be throwing out temperatures like the lottery: 15, 48, 82, 29.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But it's funny. But you know, it's so I kind of love this time of year, not only for the holiday seasons and the time we get with family, and a little bit of time. Hopefully, most people get to decompress. I know for our Workday team, we're in the Workday project here at the City of Grand Prairie, and we've told them take off, take a breath. We made a blackout weeks where they are not allowed to work on Workday, so they can
black out.
yes, take a breath, go do something, take
forget
time
decompress.
off.
Y'all just need to hibernate for about a week.
Yeah. Well, same thing, blackout week, you know, go in your cave,
Right.
go hide.
Yeah.
But to the point of that, I also love this time of year because we're entering January. And I know there's the old theory of, okay, set your goals, set your New Year's resolution. But more importantly to me, it's a time for us to kind of reset and refocus. I think we should do it more than once a year. You have to reassess.
Amen.
But it truly is a really good time to sit, stop, and think. What about me? Where am I at? Where do I want to go? And where have I been? And then where I want to go, how am I going to get there? And set your path forward to refocus on you and your journey, because that is equally as important to your mental health, in my opinion, for all of us, is to really know where you want to go in work and in life, and make sure you're taking steps toward that for your benefit. I mean, it definitely can't hurt, and life throws us lemons, and we need to make lemonade. We've talked about that. I've certainly had my ups and downs and my challenges in life. You never, unfortunately, you don't know when to expect them, but they are given to us. And we were just talking about this on our leadership team with my project manager and some of our actual staff. Life just deals you stuff, and you just have to deal with it and move forward. But we came across the quote, "But you are the greatest project you'll ever work on. Restart, reset, refocus as many times as you need. Just don't give up." And it's by
Mike Lieber.
Mike Lieber.
We don't know who Mike Lieber is, but Mike, you did a good job.
Yeah, you did.
You wordsmith that really well.
Yeah, and you are the greatest thing you'll ever work on. You know, we've got to constantly be willing to challenge and see ourselves in a clear light, not assuming what we believe we are, but kind of validating what it is we need to work on. And I love that it ends with don't give up. You just can't give up on yourself. You can't give up on life. Just move through it. Find somebody you trust. Find somebody you respect. Get insight. And keep moving forward one day at a time. That's all you can do. But also don't wait on somebody else to show you the way. You got to find your way. You got to find your way. And Randy, you've always said, lean into yourself. Lean into who you are. Know what you want out of life, and make sure you're taking steps towards that.
Yeah, well, easier said than done, for sure.
Yeah.
Says the old guy who, spent the majority of my life, frankly, kind of wishing I were different.
Yeah.
Knowing I had some unique strengths, which I also knew were my weaknesses.
They often are, right? Our greatest strength is our greatest weakness.
They almost always are. For me, I've just kind of lived by the moniker, I may quit, but not today.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow I may change my mind. And to give yourself permission what I like about this particular phrasing, it's you. It's you're the project. So don't give up on yourself.
And the
Doesn't mean-
choice is yours.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that
to
you
make.
can't give up on, on a certain career path or a job or a role or any number of other things, but hopefully we're putting the effort in to try to push ourselves forward. Question, do you live in the past, present, or future? Because I'll start and tell you, I have struggled all of my life in living in the present. I really live in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I really live in the future because I'm that guy I'm optimistic because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, okay, well, this was pretty good, but it could be better. It could be better. I could do this better, or we as a team, we could do this better. So my vantage point has always historically been tomorrow's going to be better. As a result, I've had to really work, especially over the last decade or so. I've had to work hard to just try to live in the present because I don't do a good job of that at all. Because I'm looking over the horizon and thinking, yeah, but look over there. This is where we're at, and can be great and wonderful. And frankly, people like you have helped me, because you're way more celebratory of, we did this, and I so don't do that by nature. I just don't go there. I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's not right or wrong. It's just different. It's just different.
Well, it's right or wrong in the sense that I think of us, come on, with the whole moniker of the show, Grow Great, is we want to grow ourselves. We want to be the best version of ourselves. Not saying we ever accomplish that. It's a process. We're always working on it. But I do think, in spite of it being maybe it's hardwiring, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that I can't improve it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that over the course of my leadership journey, where I realized that a team kind of needs a moment to celebrate, and that's not my natural go-to, I've had to stop myself and think, okay, just stay right here for just a second or two, because that's what this group needs.
Yeah.
Where I'm on to the next thing. I'm on to, but man, what about tomorrow? What are we going to get done tomorrow?
Randy, I think there's a combination of that you have to do to work on yourself and achieve your goals. I think there are parts of that. And now I agree with you. I don't live in the past. The past is the past. We aren't going to change the past. Why dwell on it? I'm not a woe me person. I'm not look what I've been through. I just know I've been through it, and hopefully those experiences might be able to shed light and allow compassion or empathy for others who may have similar situations. And now I have insight that might offer support, that might offer direction or help, or might simply just give encouragement because I've got a perspective and I move through it. So I try to look at those as, that's my life experiences. That's nobody else's but Lisa Norris's, but maybe that will contribute. But I've had great challenges, as you know, in my life. I've lost my dad. My mom's health is failing. We've had hiccups and bumps and all kinds of, Don's lost both of his parents, but we don't dwell on that. We look at, honestly, for in my life, we've looked at what do we wish we had done different and what steps are we now taking to make it different? Because I'm me and Don's him, and we get to choose moving forward. I'm in charge of me. So I can either choose to live in the past, which I can't change, and what a miserable way to live that would be, right? In my opinion. But I get to choose what I do today and what I do tomorrow. And then I look forward, to your point, your future looking. I do look forward in what do I want to do by this. I'm a planner, and you know that. Everything I do, I want to have a plan or a path forward. Now, I don't intricately take every single step, but I know what I want to achieve. And I'm like, is this aligned at least with that goal? What do I need to do now to prepare to get that achieved? And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's changed. I don't want that anymore.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think
we are in control of ourselves, and I've had to coach people on that. You are in charge of you. What are you going to do? Because I've heard so many people come to me My boss did this. My coworker did this. I can't, my husband doesn't support me. And I was like, okay, that's your life. That's what you've got in front of you. Now, what are you going to do about it? You're going to stay in a job that makes you miserable? You're going to stay in a job you love, and then you want a promotion. What does that look like? And what are you doing to move towards that? What are you learning? What are you teaching yourself? What opportunities are you trying to take to advance yourself? I mean, we are in charge of us. So don't rely upon others to get you there. You make your path forward.
Yeah, well, we're clearly the anti-victim podcast. I mean, there's a tagline for you. You know, we're so opposed.
Is that going to be our new one?
Yeah, we're just so opposed to just the whole victim mindset. You know, we shared this. Lisa and I've got a shared note in Apple Notes, and we have these ideas, and if she has ideas, she'll throw them in there. And I don't remember which one of us threw this in there, but you know, I like it because we are future focused. I would describe us as future focused, but present reality
minded, present minded. Yeah.
And I think that's a huge part of it. I mean, the restart, reset, refocus as many times as you need presupposes that you kind of sort of know where you're at. And that's a huge thing. You know, that self-awareness to know where you're at, whether it's based on your own observations. Hopefully it's based on your own observations and feelings, but it's hopefully it's based on some evidence that other people and situations can supply so that we're not deluded. No, there's no question we're the greatest project. It's your life. And yeah, we're both big believers in own it. Just own it. You know, let's be responsible. It doesn't mean that we're to blame for everything that happens in our life, but okay, now what?
That's exactly right. And in leadership, I think this specifically focuses on us, but you can focus on this and refocus, reset in life, and you can refocus and reset as a leader. Where do you need to take your team? And are you being responsible to do something about it? You can talk about it. You can say, I need to. You can say, woe is me, I've got these challenges. But what are you actually doing about it? What actions are you taking to improve the situation with yourself or with your team? That is what counts. And it is up to you to make those changes and make it happen and move forward.
Thanks for watching and listening to Grow Great, the City Government Leadership Podcast. Our website is growgreat.com. For Lisa Norris, I'm Randy Cantrell. We hope you'll subscribe to the show, and we hope you'll tell a friend.